Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of KaneSaid, and I'm your host, Kane Bradfield. And y'all know my slogan: fame is free, but the grind costs, baby. Yo, and I got my co-host in the house,
Levi Evans,
Titus Majors.
Come on, baby. We come and do what we do. Talk that talk, baby. But yo, college football kicked off.
yes,
It kicked off.
Thank God.
You know what we gotta talk about, guys.
Right to it.
You know,
Right to it.
you know we gotta go at it because I gotta let this guy know right
Yes,
here.
I was about to say, please berate him.
Yeah, because for some reason he didn't believe Prime, but I did. I believed. Okay, so listen. Did y'all see the game?
Yes.
I caught it. I caught most of it.
I caught most of it, yeah.
Yo, let me tell you something. It's the first time in a long time, and maybe I should be embarrassed to say this, that I watched that game from start to finish.
Oh, wow.
Like kids, go in the room, play, 'cause I gotta see every play. It was just like that for me.
Right.
I watched that whole game, man.
I gotta ask, though, you haven't purchased any merch yet, though, man?
Well,
If
no,
you're gonna
no,
be on the bandwagon.
Right.
I haven't gotten any.
Nah, I feel. I got to get that merch up. I got to get it up. I am going to do that.
Yeah.
I am going to do it. I need to get you some merch. Dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I need to get them something say, now I kind of believe because them boys, yo.
Yeah.
Can we talk about it?
Let's do it.
All right.
Sure.
First of all, did you think that they were going to win?
No, okay, did I think they were going to beat TCU? No, and that's just because TCU, even though it kind of got overlooked because we are talking about Colorado and how many transfers they got, TCU got a good amount of transfers as well, and they were very good transfers, a few guys out of Alabama including, and other SEC teams. I expected a close game. I did not expect Colorado to be able to keep matching TCU touchdown for touchdown.
Yeah. Well, you know there was, what, a 20-something point under?
Right, like 25, something like
It was like
heavy.
that. So, okay, man, let me tell you, man. Let me tell you what I saw. First of all, and I'm telling people about this, right? You know, everybody, I guess, complained or saying how Colorado was going to lose was the fact that Dion needed more time.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Right.
Coach Prine. Let me fix that.
Yeah.
Coach Prine needed more time, right?
Right.
It was like he just getting there and need more time. And I was trying to explain to everybody, but he handpicked all the players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you handpick something, you know what you want, you know what you got. So to me, the playing card's a little different then. And so I think that's why the game was different because he picked, like, it's different, right? So let's say if he kept the team he had last year, the Colorado team.
Yeah.
The one that went 1-11.
Right.
Right? So if he kept them, then we got to say he got to teach them, they got to reprogram them. Then that stuff makes sense.
Yeah.
But when you bring in people who haven't played already,
Yeah.
it's no rebuilding action going on then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that what happened in this game. He picked his players. He knew what kind of receivers he needed to go with his son. Speaking of his son,
Dude.
Shador, he was cooking.
Dropping
cooking.
dimes in a bucket
Right.
all game. It was absolutely ridiculous. And my first thought was after like the first quarter or second quarter, when you already saw him put on display his throwing ability and that accuracy, my first thought went to, all right, who is he? I thought, why did I question Dion because I did have some questions. I was like, is Shador that good? Is he good enough? Which I knew he was going to have talent surrounded him. But I forget, Dion knows what's up. And Dion has every connection in the book. And so when I saw the picture come out after of Shador was training with like Tom Brady this summer, then I should have known like that's the type of guys he's going to be surrounded with all summer, and that's who he's going to learn from. And he threw out there like he trained with Tom Brady all summer. I mean, only missed 4 passes. I think a couple of them were drops.
Right.
So I mean, I think all of them were drops. Actually, he hit all of his dudes in the hands and in the chest when they needed them. Absolutely phenomenal. I can't sing his praises enough. Like I feel like after watching that game.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, we got to throw it to the number 1 cornerback / receiver now, apparently, Travis Hunter. What is that? I'm like, what do you mean he was playing both ways?
I'm talking about 100 and something snaps.
Like, what do you mean?
Ridiculous. Now, I was shocked how small he is, though. I did not know the dude was that small. And he impressed me on both sides. I think definitely in the NFL, I think you can kind of see it. Dude's definitely going to be a corner in the NFL. I don't see him. I mean, he could surprise us, though. He's still just a true sophomore. But, super impressive as well. So was Shiloh, and so was Dylan Edwards. I mean,
Oh
Dylan
my
Edwards,
God.
man, crazy.
Yo,
Right.
I'm be honest, y'all. He scared me on that one play. I don't know if you saw that one play.
Which
he
one?
caught that little wheel route, and he then made a little move and grabbed his knee.
Yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
no, you got to be kidding me, because
Right.
he's a factor.
Bro.
Like, Dylan's a factor.
Yeah, I don't know how he wasn't a 5-star. Like how fast he is and how good that dude
Well,
is.
his size.
Yeah,
He's like
that's
5'7".
true.
Yeah.
He's like
yeah.
5'7", so
That'd do
typically
it.
when you come out of somewhere 5'7", you know, you get that. He ain't ready for that big boy ball because he's so small.
Yeah,
But again, Coach Prine them, and now let me say something. He has an incredible coaching staff.
yes,
Yeah.
Like, man, you know what I mean? So many of the coaches were head coaches.
Yeah.
Now, that shocked me, how they dropped their head coach's tag.
I don't know.
to
I still don't know how they got that to happen.
You
Yeah.
feel
I
me?
don't know how you got that to happen.
yeah.
Because, like, y'all weren't even being fired. Y'all just left.
Right,
Yeah.
you just
Y'all
dip.
just-
You just dip and say, yeah, I'm going to be an assistant coach.
Right.
Yeah, we discussed that in the spring when all that turnover was happening, especially
Yeah.
with the coaches, and that was one of my arguments why I thought Colorado was going to see instant success, and
Yeah.
that you know, I think it can be turned into long-term success as well, just because the coaching staff is absolutely ridiculous, and the biggest guy to pick up, in my opinion, was Allen from Alabama, because that dude was kind of working his way up to be the next DC for us,
Right.
and I mean, Sanders knows. I mean, he went and picked that guy on purpose, you know, to get him away from us.
But I'm saying, what's that conversation, though? You know what I mean? Like, you know, what
Right,
can you tell,
right.
or what can you show them that's saying, hey, this is going to be a better opportunity, even though you're at Alabama right now.
Yeah.
This is going to be a better opportunity for you.
That's what I wonder.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I don't know how you talk to do. Leave your head coaching job, become offense coordinator. What do
Yeah.
you mean leave my head coaching job? I'm head coach.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, I think for those guys, it is an expensive place to live, but with the salaries they're getting, it's fine for them. But Boulder, I mean, a lot of people wouldn't mind living in Boulder, just for like, I mean, it's a
mountains.
small town, it's scenic. I mean, it's just a beautiful place to
sure.
be.
Yeah.
And then also, I think it's look for Allen, for example. Okay, yeah, you can continue going under the you know, tutelage of Nick Saban to where you may not have as much you know, move to room around, freedom to move around.
Right.
So, but under Prime, you're probably going to get more freedom under him and be able to cater your defense to more how you like it instead of how like Saban wants it. And take, you know, different, because you got to go one standard when you're at Alabama or these other places. But I'm sure with Dion, he seems like a guy that he's not going to coach his coaches. Like, he'll coach his coaches
Right.
just for like mentality wise, but when it
Yeah.
comes to how they're gonna, you know, play the
It's your
defense and
baby.
things like, yeah, it's your baby.
Yeah.
But see, I'm gonna tell you too, though, man. But man, when I saw, I'm gonna go back to the game for a second. Man, when I saw Colorado's offense, now their defense, I'm not really sold right now. I'm being honest, guys.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
gonna be their
I'm
game.
worried about that.
Yeah.
I'm worried about the ability to stop the run. TCU, honestly, that last 5 minutes, if TCU was smart, I would just ran the ball the whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because they was getting like, what, almost 10 yards of pop. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. Yeah.
So, you know, I would did that. But anyway, I just want to bring Colorado up because my
Good.
boy didn't believe that Colorado going to do their thizzle, but they did it, though.
Do you,
Nah,
bel
they
do you
will.
believe yet, or do you think it was a fluke?
Nah, it's not a fluke. It's not a fluke, but because the fact is, the 25-point underdog winning is not a fluke. That's just
Yeah.
dudes playing above their heads, and it's one of those things where like they don't know what they don't know.
That's true.
All they know is we gonna go win because
Yeah.
we believe we can go win, and that's
Yeah.
that's a dangerous mindset to have. And it's a good mindset to have.
Yeah.
So I believe they got that team ready to play. Now, will the talent come and catch up at some point? Probably. But and we also got to see how TCU looks at the rest of the year because TCU, like I saw that one player start second half. I'm like, y'all just not tackling him.
Yeah.
Right,
Like
right,
y'all
right.
just okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Right.
It's not Georgia.
Right.
You don't have to be so scared. It's
Right,
not Georgia.
right.
Yeah, and
They
I-
going to get better.
Yeah, and
Yeah, so it's
and
like, how are they gonna finish?
Sonny Dykes and some of those other guys on that staff, they definitely have been criticized in the media because I mean they deserve that criticism. So it wasn't just Colorado winning, which I mean
Yeah.
they did, but
And
part
on
of
the
it
road
was
at that
TCU
too. Yeah.
on their part too, and two
Right.
they lost their OC. This past year, so we
Sure.
got a new OC in,
Yeah.
trying to learn some things, new QB. So yeah, I mean
But yeah.
TCU's learning things
Ball,
as well.
yeah, and doing that on the road is not easy.
No,
Week one at TCU, a team that was just in that championship, so the fans are excited to be there. Like it's not like this is down TCU. Like their fans ready to go. They were like, "Oh yeah, we here."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm
won
going to
that
tell you,
week
too,
one.
man, for the offense coordinator, he did well creating matchup problems. Like he was spreading that field out, man, and giving Shador. You're like, yo, I'm putting numbers over here. you throw to this side right here. Like, that was
Right.
It was insane, man. So shouts out to him. Yeah. Now, here's my fear, okay? Now, and I think Coach Prine going to do well with this. I hope they didn't blow everything they had on the first game. You know how you be so turned up? Turned up. And like, we won, it's over. Prove y'all.
Right.
Then go down, let's lose 10 in a row. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that don't happen.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know what I'm saying? So,
They are going to have rough stretch of games. September 23rd, September 30th, they're at Oregon, and then they host USC. And then you end this season at Utah. So those are 3 big games.
That's why people had them starting like 1-4. Like you got you got TCU, you got Nebraska. That's a win. It's Nebraska, you know.
Right.
But then Oregon and USC is like, ooh.
Yeah.
Yo, Oregon dropped 81 points, didn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
You see that?
What? They
yes.
Why they do that?
Look it up.
Please look
quick.
it up.
Why they do that?
Right. Who scores 81?
Why? Like.
So, but here's the funny part. So you know, every time they score, the duck.
Yeah, I gotta do push-ups.
Yeah,
so he did like 500 push-ups.
Oh my god!
I bet he hitting them
I saw
boys.
I saw a tweet on it was Sunday, and they were like, and he was in the parking lot still doing push-ups.
You know what I'm saying? That boy hit 500 push-ups.
Man.
Yeah, Oregon defeated Portland State 81-7. Bo Nix had 287 yards, went 23 for 27, 3 touchdowns.
God,
They do Portland State bad every year.
Yeah.
It's like their charity. Like, here, take this check.
I'm about to say, boy, Portland get that bag.
Yeah, they get the bag. Like, thank you.
Here's the best stat actually. Their running back had 4 carries for 119 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Oh, he was playing. You play NCAA football games on freshmen. Andy
Yeah.
Road to glory and make the running back.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
That's what he did.
He was out there road to glory that thing, man.
Yeah, he was.
What in the world? Yeah.
That's
it's
crazy.
insane.
Nah, that's different.
But y'all, let me ask y'all this though, right? So you know what I'm saying? Texas State. GJ. Yo, GJ. Yo, he also did a transfer overhaul, right?
Yeah.
Is that the new wave?
I think it's going to be a new wave for these football programs that are absolutely miserable and in these, plateaued states or declined states that, if they had the resources. I mean, I could see that being the new wave, but it's not going to happen a lot. But we can see we can see quicker turnarounds, I think, than anticipated.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The transfer portal is like a light free agency.
Yeah.
For everybody,
Sure.
I think it works out for players. Well, it's like, okay, this might not be your spot. Go find another spot. I know people were like, oh, but they're letting them quit. I'm like, no, you're showing them if it doesn't work. Hey, sometimes you should stay where you're at. Sometimes you can leave.
Right.
It's not going to work out for everybody. It's just
life.
Life. Yeah, life isn't about like, oh, don't quit. No, life's about if you quit, that next spot you go, you might not like it.
Right.
It's like it's less than everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it might work out, might not. And for coaches, it's like it's a good way to do a culture reset. You know, they love a culture reset. That's how you buy 3 more years on your job. You reset culture.
Now it's like everything is winning now.
Yeah.
Everything is winning now. Like,
Right.
You better win it now, or you're gonna be going in 2 years.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
You're gonna be going in 2 years.
I think it works out both ways for everybody. I think the portal, especially for coaches, is like a way to find new talent, find different talent. But I think it's interesting how some guys use it because like they'll get to a program and then like Dion did and tell guys, hey, go ahead and get in that portal because you're probably not going to be here. Like it's a little cutthroat, right? But it's kind of the nature of it now. It's like okay, so that's where we're headed now. So it has its pros and its cons, but I definitely think it's gonna have a benefit because like Georgia had a few guys on transfer last year, right?
Yeah,
they got a few guys. Saban act like he doesn't like it, but he's gonna like it.
Oh yeah, we can transfer.
Yeah.
But last night was a testament to transfer portal because FSU is another team that did very well in the transfer portal, and they curb stomped LSU at the end there, and it pretty much went exactly the opposite of how I thought it was going to go. I thought LSU would be the one who would pull away in the second half, but those transfers and that recruiting too that Florida State's done. Recently under Norvell, Cornrow Norvell.
Norvell. It's gonna suck for the high school kids, though.
Yeah,
it's gonna suck.
Yeah,
unless you are Dylan Edwards. You know what I mean? Because if you're a project, like for instance, I don't know if y'all know this. Like, I'm going to Colorado for a second. Cromartie, I'm not screwed up. Probably screwed up his name. Cromartie, McLean. Yeah, he played.
Oh, Cormartie McLean. He didn't play.
He didn't play.
I was shocked by that.
Me too.
Yeah.
But he came to camp late. He was like a month and a half late for camp, so he probably still catch up. But I'm saying though, a guy like him, like typically, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In a normal situation, he may be playing, but now With the transfer portal, man, like high school kids are getting.
Yeah, I do want to
That's true.
ask you about that because, I mean, you would be somebody who would know way better than us. And we have talked about this pretty much since the transfer portal thing has become a thing and NIL. And that has been my one worry about it. And I've heard other analysts talk about it too. And they say it kind of gets shoved to the side, but like scholarship offers have dropped kind of, I don't know, dramatically, but you know, they just say high school kids aren't getting the offers like they used to. And then now if you were kind of a fringe like D1 player, it's like don't even think about it, like because that offers pretty much end up going to get ripped away whether you commit or not, and then or you'll just get kind of funneled out.
Mixed.
So
well, I mean, like Coach Prine, his formula is 40-40-20. 40% transfer portal, 40% JUCO, and 20% high school.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, so when have
Yeah.
you heard it being 20% high school? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
You know what I mean? But like, for example, I'm gonna stay on him for a second. If he loses, like he got no choice but to do it this way. Because if he loses, he got so much media on him, they will thrash him.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
You know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, it sucks for high schoolers, man. But hey, if you're a high school out there, you better get on your game, baby.
Yeah.
You better get on your
Yeah.
game because it's changing.
Yeah.
Right,
Game
right.
changing.
I mean, I wish we had more than 30 minutes because I feel like we just talked the whole episode on this one subject. Because I am so curious because now it is going to change coaches' approaches. I guess I wasn't looking at that before when you asked me the question, but I guess we are going to see more coaches in some of these Power 5 teams take that approach.
Yeah.
But I think still your Georgias, your Alabamas, you're going to be better off if you can get those 5 stars and keep them. The big thing is keeping them.
Keeping them.
Because
Yeah.
I'm already nervous about Alabama because we just got one of the best recruiting classes ever last year. And there's so many guys in the same positions that we got. And they came purposely for that because they wanted iron sharpens iron. I want to beat out the top, 3 safety in my position or whatever. But eventually, when you get next year or a couple years down the road, are they still going to want to, sharpen each other? Or,
Right.
I mean,
Or
it might be
it's
time
gonna
for
be-
them to leave and go get another opportunity.
Yeah.
So it makes me nervous as a fan on things like that.
Yeah, I think, like I said, those big programs are always going to be about building depth. Like
Yeah.
programs that have the coach, that have everything established and have like a set plan.
Right.
That's going to be about depth. I think newer programs trying to get going are probably going to be in the portal more than like an
Makes
established
sense.
program that has
Yeah.
like,
Makes sense.
this is our just train of talent that
Yeah.
keeps
Yep,
coming.
yep, yep,
I think it's
yep.
probably going to be better for smaller programs that are trying to like build that back up or reset some things for sure. And then like Georgia does it with quarterbacks basically, and still haven't found a good one, but they keep trying.
Yeah.
They keep trying.
Yo,
you know?
Bobo is back.
Hey,
Bobo is back.
so I knew all was going to come right back in the world when I saw Mike Bobo was announced the new OC, and I was like, okay, maybe the tide's going to turn back to how it should be. And I didn't watch any of the game because it's on ESPN Plus, but I heard Georgia fans were not happy at all with the offensive play calling.
man,
to the world.
man, have y'all seen the memes on Bobo?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
Tell me
man.
more.
Yeah, it'd be the funniest meme ever. Man, listen, man. So someone, I don't know if y'all seen that meme that it was a drunk white guy. He's peeping in the ring doorbell like, hey, let me in. Let me in. Somebody with Bobo's coach's name on his body. Somebody, the next day when Georgia fan realized Bobo was back, he was like, let me in. Can you let me in the facility, please?
Bro, it is crazy. I had no idea that man was still on the staff all these years.
Now
I
he was
thought,
gone, right?
well, he was
left
there
us,
last
right?
year.
Yeah.
He was there last year, and I think the year before as like an
Y'all sure?
analyst. I think
let's
so.
see.
He was there last year. He served as like an analyst under Munkin.
So okay. So tell me this, damn. So how do you double back and be the OC? I mean, hold on now.
Yeah.
Maybe because there's so many Bobos, I get them mixed up. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Now, was he the OC before there?
Yes, he was.
Yeah,
Yes,
he was like under Mark
How
Richt.
did that happen,
He
though?
was Mark Richt's
He was
guy.
Mark
That's
Richt.
what I'm saying. How did that happen, though?
So I think, well, half this coaching is about relationships, and for some reason, Mike Bobo is just Georgia loves him. Not the fan base, but the school loves him. I
Right.
mean, he's an alum, and somehow he's been able to hang on for all these years.
Right.
He did leave. He got another OC job, maybe got an HC job somewhere, but that,
Colorado
of course,
State.
failed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came back, and then they thought, hey, maybe he actually absorbed something from Todd Monken, and apparently he didn't. So
I mean, now, again, I didn't watch the games. I don't know if he
I didn't
really
watch
called
it
a bad
either.
game or not. I mean, did you?
I didn't catch it. No.
I just know
Yeah.
in the first half, Georgia was only up by like 3 touchdowns. against a team that, they should have been up way more than.
Yeah.
In the second half, they were able to take the lid off a little bit, but I just know questionable play calling.
They might have been slow cooking, man.
Maybe.
Right.
I think about week 1 college football.
Yeah,
If week 1 college football, you don't have any actual preseason.
Yeah.
So it could have been slow cooking.
That is true.
Right.
The Mike Bobo test gonna come with like them real like CBS challenges approach, and we're gonna see Mike Bobo on the big screen again. Like there he is. There's your old friend Mike Bobo.
There's Mike Bobo. But see, the deal is also that Bobo coming in with a fan base really didn't feel him as an OC. So even if Georgia had a decent game, people gonna say, "Oh, he sucks."
Yeah,
Bobo's back.
And Lord knows, don't let Malcolm be good with your Ravens. They're gonna be crying. They are going to be crying,
bro. Yeah, I heard like the Ravens are loving
so
Monken over there.
They loving him.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you why. Because man, first of all, I think he's going to allow Lamar.
Yes.
He's going to allow Lamar to be who Lamar wants to be in the offense. So you know what I mean. But to me, man, that's smart of an OC.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you know what you got, like, let them be them. You feel me?
It's so funny because, like, all these years of, the black quarterback being told, nah, they just don't understand. Why don't you change? And then one day everybody woke up like, we should adjust the offense to them.
Right,
and do what they do. It's like, oh, wow, look at that. You have a good quarterback now. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Isn't that wild how that works? And like we talked about before, Lamar Jackson is able to audible for the first time. That's so disgusting to me. I want to punch Greg Roman in the face. For disrespect.
How could you let that happen?
That's just like he won the MVP.
Yeah,
he's an MVP.
But it's okay. So why you think they didn't trust him then? You think they had their trust factor, right?
I think it's Greg Roman. Greg Roman is just that guy. He's good to build a running game and for a quarterback for like 2 years, but his offenses just get stagnant. Like the same thing happened with San Francisco. It happened again here. I remember watching ESPN one day. And Ryan Clark was breaking down some plays. I think it was last year. He was like, "Look at this play from 2015. Look at it from 2017. Look at it from 2020. It's the same offense. He hasn't adjusted a single thing about it. It's the same. Everyone's in the same position. There's no motion. There's nothing tricking you. It's the same play for 10 years. I'm like, oh, fire him today. Right. He has to go.
Get him out of here. Yeah.
No, I'm just agreeing with you.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
But hey, I'm sorry. I'll keep going back to Colorado guy. I don't know what's in me. I'm sorry. But I'm saying, just like for example, Shador, right? How they allowed him.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying, to make decisions. They allow him to do, you know what I'm saying. Coach Prine said something the other day. He said, man, Shador is not your, and here's the issue. And as soon as he said, I was like, man, I understand what he means. He said, Shador is not your typical black quarterback. He said he plays from here up.
Yeah.
Right? So typically, they paint the black quarterbacks being the one play from.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He's athlete.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and so I'm kind of cool to see it. Can Lamar show them that he can play from here?
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Because I remember coming out, everybody's like, yo, Lamar runs a Bobby Petrino offense. That's not easy to do. And they were saying when he came out, apparently we never got to know if he's smart or not because he was never allowed to audible.
Right.
He didn't have the ability. So now we get to see, and he's been super excited about it.
Right. Right. I mean, I've been following these boys since like forever.
Yeah.
So let me say something though. But with Jackson State, your boy Hunter didn't start playing both ways until really the last couple games.
Yeah.
Well, he had that foot injury anyway, though.
Yeah.
But now, Shador was slinging that thing in Jackson State.
Yeah.
He was slinging, but you're right. They did downplay him because the competition leads.
Yeah.
I watched I remember watching the Celebration Bowl. I saw Travis. I'm like, is that the cornerback? Why is he? Because he catching passes. I was so confused. I was sitting there like, why is that the same? I thought I was like, maybe it's a different person. Maybe that was me. I forgot his name.
Yeah, right, right. But man, his ball skills,
right,
insane.
Right, yeah,
insane.
Yeah, and I think, from what I heard from other people, I never saw Shador play except for like in that bowl game or whatever. I knew he was a pocket style QB.
Right.
I just didn't know like how accurate he was, and you never know like judging from Division II HBCU, you don't know how that is gonna
turn over.
Turn over to the next. But the main question, I don't even think. In my opinion, I don't think a lot of people downplayed Shador and Travis, but I might have just been oblivious. A lot of people were downplaying the size and their offensive line and defensive line because it all starts with trenches.
Yeah, sure. All right, so I want to go back to the Texas State. Why do y'all think his his old haul wasn't talked about. I didn't know he did 45 kids.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I didn't know
I learned that when you sent the message. I learned that. I was like, oh wow, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like it's one of the things where it's Texas State, and there's just no attention on that.
State.
Yeah, like, there's no attention on him for real.
Yeah.
Nobody really expects anything from Texas State. Nobody knows what's going on over there, honestly.
Right. So they're like,
It's not gonna be as big a deal.
Right.
Cause like Deion's just he is a spotlight himself. Like he is a spotlight. So like anything he does is gonna be magnified every time. So I think that was the difference for sure. Like that was a bigger program, might have been something different. But yeah, like Texas State, they
ain't got, yeah.
Yeah, well, I didn't realize. So I didn't even know who they had on the roster, but so starting quarterback now is TJ Finley from LSU.
Come on, for Texas State?
Yeah, for Texas State. So, I mean, he got big guys. And look, the appeal for Texas State is that it's a party school. I mean, just listen to a Drake album. You'll know Texas State, big party school.
Really?
Trying to remember where it's at, but it's in a prime location. And it's like a lot of kids on that campus. So I think it's got a lot of appeal. It's kind of like, hey, come to a nowhere place or a no-name place. And, you know, you can put your name on the map just by upsetting a few teams or, you know, just turning it around. Because I think their average wins per year are like 1 or 2. So I think there's a lot of appeal to Texas State, and you're in Texas.
Well,
so you got a lot of talent around you.
So if you're the coach?
Texas State's in Austin.
It's in Austin?
Is it Austin?
Austin.
Oh, I didn't realize it was in Austin. Okay, yeah.
So you use that as a recruit too? Like the party? Like, hey, guys, we're a party place.
If it's a party school, I for sure feel like the recruiting visit, they highlighted the women to men ratio.
Really?
Yeah.
So I feel like they definitely highlighted that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they highlighted that for sure.
Yeah.
So y'all, let me ask y'all, man. So now, since the first week of college ball is done for, what can we expect for week 2?
Well, the big matchup this weekend,
right? Yeah.
Alabama, Texas, in Tuscaloosa Saturday night. I'm really excited about it, but
are you worried a little bit?
Oh yeah, I'm worried a little bit. I think we're gonna win, and I think Jalen Milroe is that dude, and Jalen Milroe will be in the Heisman conversation.
Milroe
at the
was
end.
the one that came in last year when Bryce got hurt, right?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so.
I'm not lying. This whole offseason, I've been until it got up to game week. That's when I got like, oh no, it's Milroe's team or whatever. But it did make me nervous last year watching him. Like the dude just tucked it and ran the whole time. I'm like, all right, that's cool, bro, but we got to throw it some too. But all the videos we've seen out of training camps and different things. I mean, he's been dropping dimes as well, just like Shedeur. So I think he's just. I mean, you come into a big position last year, big game. Yeah, you don't want to make mistakes, so you're more liable to just tuck it and run instead of throwing an interception or forcing anything. But, I'm very excited for Alabama. I think we're going to be pretty good. I think the Texas game will be close, but, I think we'll edge them out.
Starting at Texas,
Quinn Ewers.
Yeah. Okay, I thought he could be.
Is the one that got hurt last year?
Yeah, he did get hurt during our game last year.
He's a big talker, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like he said, if he words last year.
Yeah.
If he didn't get hurt, they would have won.
Yeah.
Remember, he came in talking jump for the game even started.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So, I mean, now, but your boy, now he's up for the Heisman, though, right?
Caleb Williams?
Yeah.
Dude, that guy's so good. He's so good. I love Caleb Williams.
Can he? Okay, he won last year, correct?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I mean, can he double up?
I don't think so. I think he's gonna be really good, but they're gonna lose too many games because they can't stop anyone. San Diego State converted 3 4th and 20s.
Oh man.
3 4th and
3 4th and
20s. I missed that one.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think I seen you that tweet. Cause I said Nick Wright's not going to coach in Valhalla. He's not going.
Yeah, you sent me that, but I didn't see the.
I think
I guess I overlooked
I think it was like 3. Yeah, 3 like
what?
like well, yeah 3.
Good Lord.
Yeah, disgusting.
Yeah.
He's got it's not.
It's not okay, guys.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's not okay. We'll sprinkle first, man. I'm gonna sprinkle something today, too.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna sprinkle first.
You go ahead, Levi.
I don't have anything.
I have something.
Roll Tide.
Oh, man. That's a big sprinkle. That's a sprinkle.
Oh man. Made it to another week. Enjoy yourself. Embrace it.
Mental health.
Mental health. That's right. Take care of yourself.
Yeah. I guess my sprinkle is keep believing.
It's real.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer that faith is what you believe in, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So if you believe it, it can happen.
Yeah.
So believe that thing, y'all. Whatever you want to do this week, believe it.
Yep.
Facts.
You can achieve it.
Yeah,
Y'all heard that, right?
I like
Bars.
that.
That's right. You're right.
Bars.
You on it.
Yeah. Yo, Yo, appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in to another episode of KaneSaid. And y'all know what it is, baby. Zip 'em up.